As we sat there with Mommy and Daddy, we could see they were uneasy. They tried to act like nothing was wrong, like everything was breezy. We wondered why they felt so sad on certain days of the year. We may be small, but we just knew that a part of them wasn't here. That's a big title for someone who just was sitting in her living room floor writing a book about her feelings, mainly a journal type. It was so I could get my thoughts out and out of the jumbled mess of my head. Daddy then knelt down. His eyes were filled with love. He told us about our sibling who lived in heaven above. 2014, right after we had the miscarriage, I just sat down and I wrote it. I decided, let's get it out. Let's just, put it on paper. I love to write about things. So I just went ahead and started typing it up, and I thought, okay, save and shut the computer, done. Not gonna pull that out again. And then in 2015, after we had Hagen, I was sitting there actually playing on the floor over there with him, and he was a couple months old, and I looked at him and thought, I wonder if he's ever gonna wanna know, or if it's ever gonna be, if he's gonna ask anything, or if we'll ever talk about it, or just kind of act like it never happened, which I really didn't wanna do because, it was a baby and it was a life. So I looked at him and I thought, how could I tell you? And I grabbed my computer and started writing, and that's how Since Heaven Is Where We'll Meet came out. I just wanted to be able to tell him in a nice, loving way, but again, I hit save on that and put the computer away, and no one even knew about it for a few years after. Mommy told us not to question the why or the how. All we needed to know is God needed that child for now. I'm thinking, okay, it's not gonna happen to me, and then it did, but once it happened, I was receiving messages, private messages from people. People would come up to me and say, it happened to me also. I've also had a miscarriage, or 2 or 3, and I'm sitting there going, why aren't we talking about this? Why are we acting like it's a bad thing? Because whenever I did have it, and we went on our first outing, we actually went to Walmart to get groceries after, I think 2 weeks after, and we went out, and I felt like I had a billboard on my head. I felt like it said, hey, this girl just had a miscarriage, and I felt like everyone was staring at me. And in reality, nobody knows, and nobody had any idea unless I told them. And it's not that I wanted to tell people to get, pity, or I didn't want people to feel sorry for me because of it, but that was a life that I feel like needed to be celebrated also. And nobody knows really what to do with that, because it's awkward. It really is. It's awkward to talk about it sometimes because nobody knows what to say during it. Now, Mommy shared a secret that no one ever knew. She said without God's love, she would have never made it through. I kind of knew that it was gonna happen. We had already heard the heartbeat, and we were so excited. And they say once you hear the heartbeat, it's a good chance the pregnancy will continue. So we heard the heartbeat, and we felt like we were kind of in the clear. And then I started spotting, and I thought, no way, there's no way this is about to happen. And so I called my doctor, and she's the best, absolutely the best. And she was like, okay, come in tomorrow morning as soon as we open, and we'll, check on everything. And just the nervousness and I felt so uneasy about everything, and I knew that it was about to happen. I just had that feeling in my body that, this is it. And as soon as we saw that the flutter of the heartbeat was gone, we just broke. She said that even though it made them really sad, knowing God had a plan made them very glad. Even though it's one of those, you kind of don't want to talk about the word miscarriage, you don't want to say it, I'm very open to just tell people, hey, I've had a miscarriage, it happened to me, I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. And I could have sat in the corner and never healed, or I could, grow and learn. And there was a lot of prayer I mean, I'm not saying it was a perfect, just all of a sudden I'm happy and just good, ready to go, but I was able to heal from it, and I just feel like other people need that too. So I just went ahead and put it out there so they could do that. I hope that, you know, it can help somebody know that they're not alone during all this, and that it's okay to cry, it's okay to grieve. That was a baby, it was your child, and I know that's not a popular belief, but I believe from the moment that you're pregnant, it's a baby and a child that God was giving you, and unfortunately it just, you know, ended in miscarriage. But thankfully we can grow and move on and help others heal. But the more we talk about it, the more others are able to heal and know that they don't have to just sweep it under the rug because it was something that happened. Troubles come and troubles go, but no matter what we face, we freely believe that God will guide us through at our own pace. Daddy told us good can come from all our hurt and pain. We just have to trust God's love will forever remain. Just that we love him. Obviously we don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but there was so much love and hope, and that we can't wait to meet you. Jesus, tell our sibling we'll be ready for a treat. It'll be a joyous gathering, since heaven is where we'll meet.